progressing very nicely. We have a very good estimate on removing those trees, and we believe that we have the source of funding for that. That some of that will come from the Ag Environmental Protection Board, some will come out of Orange County contingency, and a few bucks will come out of that river maintenance fund. So we're gonna leave as much in that maintenance fund as we could. Of course, that's subject to the approval of the 5 supervisors, which I think we've got a consensus. We're not going to drain the account by no means. We need money there for the maintenance, but we have money elsewhere because it's so little actually. We got an estimate to remove all those for $65,000, which is, to me, like, if we weren't a private contractor, who I was afraid of, I think the consensus among everybody involved would be start then, but we don't want him going to jail. He's a pretty good guy. We're cheap, so we want to keep him out of jail. Okay. So that's where we're at with that. Keep you abreast, and Supervisor Bluefield is always attending the meetings that we have. Historically, Orange County did all the maintenance on the river. They would send you a bill. This is what you owe us. It was a skeleton bill. Nothing was ever written out when they were there, how many hours. Orange County Soil and Water Conservation District took over the oversight of that board, of which I chair. So I think it's worked out a lot better lately. We're able to do things in a more efficient manner than the county has. And quite frankly, the county tried, but that's really not their top priority when you have potholes and things like that. And they've diversified away from normal DPW work under this administration more so than any time else. So we're very pleased with the way it's working out now. And that's where we're at with that. So I'll let you know when that meeting takes place. That PMP, Project Management Plan, Kevin Sumner from Soil and Water has weighed in on it. I've weighed in on it. We had a meeting down with the Walkville River Drainage Association. They weighed in on it. So these are all of the things that we would like to see in that project management plan. We need to look at the watershed as a whole, which has changed a lot. And I've always said studies, more studies, but those studies now make sense because technology in the last 10 years has become so much more efficient at modeling watershed. We can tell how much water is coming in, 2 inches of rain, 3 inches of rain, snowpack. It's all just computer model, and it's going to aid us in presenting a case for funding to the Army Corps of Engineers after the study is done to remediate the deficiencies in the Walkville River. So I'm very excited about it. Finally, trying to get 2 governmental agencies to sit at the same table. I guess it takes a colonel. He dropped the hammer and say all this positive. Working with the DEC, you would have to appreciate it. Him directing them and them saying yes. I mean, it was like the shining moment of my life to watch somebody come to DEC and they actually respond instead of DEC coming and telling us what to do. So that's where do you have any questions?
Well, I'd like to comment that I think the leadership right now is doing a very good job, and Kevin Sumner, who I guess you help orchestrate, is doing a good job, particularly in cleaning it each year for the last 2 years under his leadership versus DPW. We do know where the money's going, so I applaud the group. They're going well.
And David Church has lent an awful lot of assistance with cross sections and things. But Kevin's office has done unsurmountable amount of research and work in presenting that package, and that went up, and we're expecting any day now actually to they go ahead and get started on it. We'd like to do it when the water is low. The original estimate came in a little over $300,000. That was when the contractor viewed the work that needed to be done at the high water mark. We had no idea that water dropped that low under normal circumstances. Right? It's great. I drive right up and stuff these things. I don't have to do gap layers. At the high water mark, it's unbelievable how high that water comes up.
Another subject, Tom, that is we discussed on Monday night We critiqued the Orange County Water Master Plan and some other things. And we have some comments that we want to make sure get to you and Katie. And so I talked to Katie, and what I'm going to ask is that you and I and Katie Benelli meet with any other board member who'd like to be here with us to make sure that we register our comments. We're questioning some of the data, some of the principles, and we have some fears about it losing.
Have you guys read through it?
From
not
cover
very
to cover.
exciting reading, actually.
No,
I'll tell you that.
we went from
Make
cover
sure
to
you have
cover.
a good night's sleep before you sit down.
So we've got it all together. So, and we've highlighted in yellow what our areas. So you could probably put on one page the things that are important to us. And it's my understanding there's a public hearing on the 7th of June. Of course, we've got a town board meeting that night, so we won't be able to make it. So it'd be important that you and Katie have our input.
Anytime you want to get together, I don't have a job. I sell real estate. That's my wife. I don't do anything. I just
have mortgage business. I don't have a job either.
Yeah, lately, yeah.
We'll try to do it next time.
But
I'll
I'm
call you.
available anytime. So, like I say, with that is a lot of that is in draft.
Right.
We every 5 years we need to update it.
Right.
2003 we did. 2005 we updated because of the farm. Back in 2003, the emphasis was on open space. This year, this update, it seems to be with interconnectability, and that's what's struck the fear into a lot of municipalities.
Well, it's just not that. It's the taxing authority that the county would be to pay for that interconnectivity. But anyway, we'll go through this in the meeting because we probably need to spend 45 minutes to an hour going through what our comments were.
I'm not a fan. Orange County is Orange County, and the reason Orange County stays the way it is because of the soil. Your building is going to take is predetermined on what your perks are. And your heavy clay soil, your rock outcropping, the ridges, steeps, your slopes, and your swamps are going to basically tell you where you're going to build. When you have water, now you have sewer. The geographic content no longer is the determining factor. Where the pipes are and access to those pipes is what is going to determine where it gets built. They talk about the high-density areas, the preferred areas of development, things like that. Well, who the hell is Orange County to tell you where your preferred areas of development are? And that's what's wrong.
That's it. We agree 100% with that.
So, I think we're all pretty much on the same page.
Right.
Back in 2003, when they were doing it, I gave some thoughts to people saying, we need water, we need water. My answer was, be careful what you ask for, because if you have water, you're going to have to.
Water and sewer are just part of the equation. We spent a lot of time in our master plan trying to protect the historic beauty and charm of the town of Goshen and public safety and quality of life. And those were the things that were driving us, in addition to water, sewer, et cetera, et cetera. So, anyway, I will call you.
Paramus was, my uncle grew lettuce in Paramus on 17 until water and sewer came.
There you go. Amen. Well, we'll call you and Katie and see if we can this coming week. Okay.
Tom, I have a quick question, and I know George, you mentioned, we were reading about Valley View out there, any feedback? I don't really trust it. I'm sorry for accuracy.
It's actually, we have a facility that's second to none. I was out there, they had nursing home week 2 weeks ago, I think. They had a ribbon cutting ceremony. We had a woman who was retired from Orange County, came up to Mike Komeyer and I and said, I've had my mom in 3 private facilities. I finally got an opportunity to move back to Orange County. I sleep at night now because my mom is in Valley View. We have not gotten financial information on Valley View for the last 13 months. Blamed on Oracle, our computer software, which is another story. But what is happening with Valley View 2008, it cost us around $14 million in